Martin from the Philippines. We're here in Real Talk Lifeline. Welcome to Podcast Meditations, and you are here on episode 9 of Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Join me as I read this book for the first time, and I'll share the best lines and lessons that hit me to the core, hit me to the soul, and you may just get some epiphanies, realizations as well. Also, you can see how I apply this in my life. So let's begin. People on the video of this live, I'm gonna share my window and you can read along with me as you can see over there as we begin with chapter 9. Chapter 9, Uncommon Amongst Uncommon. First line. I learned quickly the second I was unsafe, whether I was still a new guy or a veteran operator, I'd be out. One of them had to have his gun taken away because he was so unsafe. Our officers in that first platoon kept everybody honest, and I respected them for it. So, the reason why this lion called out to me and hit me is because I was trained in firearms, gun safety, one of the core lessons that hit me. And I totally agree with this, living to a higher standard. And basically what this teaches is it's how not to accidentally kill someone else, or more importantly, how to not shoot yourself. So I totally agree with this line. It's not all my way, right? There's a higher way or a higher standard of doing things, especially with gun safety. Next line. But I preferred going to war with myself. I'm talking about strong physical training, and our officers led from the front. There was no doubt in my mind that Dana was off his damn rocker. Dana was my swim buddy, and one morning he challenged me to do a training dive in 55-degree water. That's Fahrenheit, so that's really cold, without a wetsuit, because that's how the predecessors to the SEALs did it when they prepared the beaches in Normandy for the famous D-Day invasion during World War II. Let's go old school and dive in shorts with our dive knives, he said. He had that animalistic mentality I thrived on. I wasn't about to back down from that challenge. So that's some crazy shit, which I love. So I love challenges, especially when the person is leading by example. Reminds me of like my ice bath teacher or the best mentors I had, wherein they would also do it themselves or do it with you. Next line. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to catch our two officers and usually came in third place. Didn't matter. It wasn't important who won because everybody was capping personal bests almost every day. And that's what stayed with me. This was exactly the environment I'd been dreaming of when I classed up for buds. We were all living the SEAL ethos, and I couldn't wait to see where it took us individually and as a unit. Yeah, we were all uncommon, hard motherfuckers compared to civilians. But now, I saw I was uncommon even among the uncommon. And if that's who I was, then so the fuck be it. But I'd earned my own reputation. Goggins, my OIC officer in charge, said, after giving me the good news, "You are the type of motherfucker who wishes you were a POW, prisoner of war, just to see if you have what it takes to last." He knew the kind of person I was becoming, the type of man willing to challenge myself to the nth degree. No matter who you are, life will present you similar opportunities where you can prove to be uncommon. When I see them, I recognize them immediately because they are usually that motherfucker who's all by himself. It's the suit who's still at the office at midnight while everyone else is at the bar. or the badass who hits the gym directly after coming off a 48-hour op. That mentality is there for all of us. Man, woman, straight, gay, black, white, all of us can be the person who flies all day and night only to arrive home to a filthy house and instead of blaming family or roommates, cleans it up right then because they refuse to ignore duties undone. All over the world, amazing human beings like that exist. Your own code of ethics that sets you apart from others. One of those ethics is the drive to turn every negative into a positive. And then when shit starts flying, being prepared to lead from the front. I love this line. And I loved every second of it. A true leader never looks down on the weakest link. He fights for his men and leads by example. That's what it meant to be uncommon among uncommon. I had my own uncommon standards to live up to. I was training us to take torture so we'd remain relaxed in extraordinarily uncomfortable environments. Instead of getting angry that your colleagues can't keep up, help pick your colleagues up and bring them with you. We are all fighting the same battle. All of us are torn between comfort and performance, between settling for mediocrity or being willing to become our best self. So let me stop the sharing a moment, come back to me over here. We're going to end with the challenge for this chapter, chapter 9. So, challenge number 9. This one's for the unusual motherfuckers in this world. A lot of people think that once they reach a certain level of status, respect, or success, that they've made it in life. I'm here to tell you that you always have to find more. Greatness is not something that if you meet it once, it stays with you forever. That shit evaporates like a flash of oil in a hot pan. If you truly want to become uncommon amongst the uncommon, it will require sustaining greatness for a long period of time. It requires staying in constant pursuit and putting out unending effort. This may sound appealing, but will require everything you have to give and then some. Believe me, this is not for everyone because it will demand singular focus and may upset the balance in your life. That's what it takes to become a true overachiever. And if you are already surrounded by people who are at the top of their game, what are you going to do differently to stand out? It's easy to stand out amongst everyday people and be a big fish in a small pond. It is much more difficult. It is a much more difficult task when you are a wolf surrounded by wolves. This means not only getting into Wharton Business School, but being ranked number one in your class. It means not just graduating buds, but becoming enlisted honor man in Army Ranger School, then going out and finishing Badwater. Torch the complacency you feel gathering around you, your coworkers and teammates in that rare air. Continue to put the friction, pardon, continue to put obstacles in front of yourself because that's where you'll find the friction that will help you grow even stronger. Before you know it, you will stand alone. Hashtag can't hurt me. Hashtag uncommon amongst uncommon. So I'm going to end this one with my own sharing of that uncommon amongst uncommon. I'm curious to see yours. Comment, share yours as well. But the only person I have control of and the only thing I can do is myself. So let me end this episode by sharing a screen of mine, this one. And this one is my 50-second ice bath. So we'll share the first 1 or 2 minutes, which is the hardest part. Back then, this was from 2021 to 2022. And my goal was to do an ice bath every week. So let me share this. Pardon. Let me see if I'm also sharing the audio. I just want to double check. Yes, I'm going to share my audio as well and end the episode with this. So, again, this was my 50-second ice bath, trying to do an ice bath every week for a year. 50-second ice bath today. So, we're hitting the goal. That's one ice bath a week. November 25 started. Now it's
June 10.
June 10 today. Yeah, so safety first, 9 or 10 today. Clearly, so you don't have to overthink this. Safety first. And last time, we went in the ice bath with our hands first. So now there's a layer of ice there. Don't get injured in the
Be
sharp.
careful with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
so here's what we're gonna do today to make it special. 52 ice baths. We're gonna go in head first.
What? Is it possible?
I don't know, man.
It's insane. It's fucking insane. Holy shit.
Okay.
Did it? That's guys the masterpiece.
Woo, baby.
Jesus.
I feel the ice all over me.
I can tell.
Ah, woo. Ah. And we're still gonna go in. Don't worry. No cheating. Ah. So we broke the ice with our head, our face, wrist, and there is a thick layer of ice today. It's like zero point 0.1. Whoever comes here next is gonna feel like the thick ice around the arms, around the back, around even like the legs, the feet. So yeah, you could check it. You could check the thermometer even if you want. Yep, we felt it.